guys, King of Charmanders here. Today I'll be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. And today I bring to you my top 3 teams for Ultra Premier Classic. You might have noticed there's a new, everything's in 4K, right? Well, I got a new webcam, so I'm excited about that. So now everything's not gonna be hella blurry, and yeah, it looks pretty legit, right? I hope y'all enjoyed the improvement to the freaking video. You know, I've been editing a lot of stuff, and I just got a brand new laptop too, so I finally set that up, so I'm really excited. So yeah, and I started streaming again on Twitch, so I will stream so if you haven't joined my Discord yet, or if you haven't followed me on Twitch, if you really want to see me live stream and all the angry and everything else and live battles and other stuff, follow me on Twitch. I'm decided to just go full on Twitch instead of YouTube, just because I'm so used to Twitch. So if you want to see me live stream, follow me on Twitch, and I have a lot of friends there too, so then and I start out on Twitch, so yeah. Anyways, I'm going to present to you my top 3 teams for Ultra Premier Classic. The reason I'm doing a top 3 is because Walrein Trev Core pretty much runs over the entire meta still. The only change is the new Komomo or whatever the frick not for Alola, because I only played Gen 7 and I didn't, well, you can fight the dragon at the end at one part, but yeah, that's the only real new meta thing, and it's in one of my teams in here. But I'm gonna do top 3 just because Trev Wall is just gonna run over everything in Ultra Premier Classic as usual. That, or you're gonna see a bunch of different combinations, but Wall and Trev are still really freaking good as a core. So again, just top 3, not top 5. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the improvements. And now the mental health tip of the day. The mental health tip of the day is going to be, make sure y'all enjoy your relationships. And I mean not just the romantic ones, but the ones you have with your friendships. I keep reminding you about this just because I had dinner with my friends yesterday at a Brazilian steakhouse, and I had so much food. Yes, that bill was really expensive, but you know what? It's worth it, because once in a while I will go to a really expensive place. And when it's with your best friends, which is my best friends from Pogo, since I moved to California, I raided with them at 2017, so we've been best friends for over 4 years. So love them to death, and to this day we still hang out to dinner, we still trade, and they are a big part of what keeps me grounded to keep playing Pokemon Go, because they still play. So it's not just because I'm in esports teams, not because I have a community like you guys, but it's also because I have that small circle I have that we vibe together. They know me really well, and we've just had such a blast. We've raided, we've dominated gyms, and we've had those 18-hour raid days where you just go into a car early in the morning and y'all just go out there and destroy a bunch of Rayquazas like I did before. But I had a blast with them, and it was a really great. Check out my Instagram if you want to see the food pictures, because I'll be posting it over there. But yes, make sure y'all cherish your relationships. Make sure y'all check up on your friends. That's my mental health of the day, because we are human. Whether you're extroverted or introverted, you need connection, and you long for yes, you have to have connections. Even the most loneliest people in the world need to have a friend, because when you are depressed, or when you have really bad days and you have no one to talk to, a lot of what grounds you to this world is your friends, or you have that one person that you really vibe with, or that, for me, like I mentioned, that really close group, so that you can. And I'm a therapist, so there's a lot of stuff I process, but I don't tell my best friends that. I tell my supervisors, and I have our cohort, but it's mostly my individual supervisor. But see what I mean? You have that one person you connect with where you could talk about things. So again, stay close to your friends, keep your connections together. Or if you don't have those connections, find those connections, and you too will also be very, very healthy, mindful. And if you have something really bad happen, it's always nice to have someone to talk to, right? Which is why therapists exist. So yeah. Anyways, these are my top 3 teams for Ultra Premier Classic. Hopefully you're enjoying the season, and let's get started. Alright, so for our first team, we have Gallade, Walrein, and Kamo. You can roast me in the comments. Anyways, the reason why I have Gallade lead is because Gallade lead was what I used, but I used a Ampharos Gallade core before. It still works, but with the new dragon, you're probably going to see it running around Ultra Premier Classic, which is why Walrein is in this team. As you see, we got Gallade, Walrein, and Camus. Is it Camus or Camo? Someone tell me this, please, so I can read your comment and thank you for your service. As you see, Gallade breaks shields in the lead. You say switch into Walrein, and then the new dragon just blasts the back row. Dragon Tail in close combat is a dangerous combination. If you can get to it, it'll usually one-shot a lot of things in the back, which is why you use it against Walrein, or you have Dragon Claw. So it has good pressure, etc. Can be really good for Ultra Premier Classic, but again, that's the only thing around. It's still very dangerous just because of the fact that Trev is still a monster. Trev will outpace you, and it's, well, it's kind of interesting, just to put that out there. Because you resist close combat, but with Dragon Claw, you can kind of just beat the crap out of a tree. So it's kind of weird. Of course, Niantic doesn't, they're like, we're not going to break the balance of PvP, but you know, the dragon kind of breaks a little bit. Overall, really good, amazing coverage, not a lot of bulk. Anything in Ultra Premier Classic is not going to have a super ton of bulk. You're just going to beat the unholy crap out of everything. Great safety and consistency. As you see, your biggest weaknesses are going to be literally Florges, Slowbro, and Slowking. Florges is kind of a problem, not really, just because of the fact that even it's a pure fairy type, so then it's like, yeah. So, Slowbro and Slowking, Confusion users like Gallade in the mirror, or if you can see Slowbro, you could still see Slowbro. Slowbros for Ultra Premier Classic are still really good, and of course, Charmers are always a problem. Charmers are probably going to be your biggest problem with this team, just because of the fact that if you see a Sylveon, you're going to sack Gallade in the lead. Try to line up with Walrein, and hopefully Komomo with... Komomo, that's why I don't like the dragon, but I'm putting it down here just for you guys, because this is the, like, I practiced this one and it did really well. I ended up Dragon Clawing a Sylveon to death after putting a snap ton of chip damage on it, but that's basically your only win con if you see a Charmer. If you get locked into a Charmer, it's pretty much game over. Which is why I don't like the new dragon in general, because it's like a Scrafty. If you see Scrafty versus Charmers, they get deleted. This new dragon's gonna get deleted too, but it's still really good if they don't have the charm in the back, or if you could sack Gallade in the lead, wipe it out with Walrein. Hopefully, Komomo has a great freaking matchup and you can come out with the W. But, really good team. Did well when I practiced with it. Hopefully, you do not see the Charmer. And for the second team, we have my mega budget team. Yes, the budget team is still strong. The budget team is still good. Charizard, Swampert, Sayswitch, and Venusaur in the back. So, this team is still incredibly powerful for Ultra Premier Classic, just because Community Day moves are so friggin' broken. They do an obscene amount of damage for a low cost of energy, and generally, all of them have really great fast moves that charge for a schnupp ton of energy. This team has made legend, it has made multiple people legend, and it still does really well in Ultra Premier Classic. Ironically, all three of these mons still do really well also in just the fact that against the Trev Wall core, unless you put Wall against Swampert, but still really freaking good. And again, just because they all do so much damage, even when resisted, Frenzy Plant hitting Trev still hurts a lot. As you see, still great, still good coverage. Again, not a lot of things in Ultra Premier Classic are going to have bulk, and then you are going to have consistent damage, just some blast damage, not a lot of safety. You're either going to sack Charizard, lead Sayswitch and Swampert, do pressure, or you can hopefully overcharge a bunch of energy so you could triple Frenzy Plant, Hydro Cannon, or burn the unholy crap out of your opponent down. Burn it down like, well, I use Seth Rollins as a reference. How about Kane? Kane is a legendary wrestler. For those of you that are wrestling nerds, yes, I remember, that's how far back, like, I loved, like, you know, with the Triple H, like, Kane era, when Kane would throw the pyro. It's like, Kane, you throw your hands in the air like you just don't care, you send them down, and then the ring goes on fire. That's exactly what's going to happen. As you see, remember when I mentioned Trevanent? Trevanent is not a bad, like, Charizard does really well against Trev in the 2-shield, so it's not really that bad against Charizard. It's also really good against Walrein, just because of the fact that Walrein does neutral damage, but it's going to overcharge you. You're going to have to break Walrein shields, and then you can send in Venusaur to farm down, and then with that little overcharge of energy, shields down, Swampert in the back, hopefully you can come out with the W. Again, great budget team. It is legacy moves, so you might not have all of this for your brand new player, but if you do, you're in strap for Stardust. This team has been for the past couple of seasons with Ultra Premier Classic, has been very, very powerful, very strong, and I've used it a lot. Again, but like a budget in the top teams for last season, this was like in the top 10. So this budget team still reigns supreme. You have the option of using Wing Attack, Fire Spin, or Dragon Breath. In my opinion, Wing Attack is probably the best one because you beat the fighters, you do well against Trev. There's a lot, like, and what's gonna wall you with fire? Like, the only thing you lose using Wing Attack or Dragon Breath is that ability to hit Obama Snow. Yes, it's Obama, it's Obama, I know it, but Obama Snow. So that doubles, or Excavalier, where you have the double super effective damage, where you can set up Fire Spin down plays. and then come out with a W. That's the only thing you lose. You can use Fire Spin. Fire Spin still works in this team. I have Wing Attack for this sim, but you can use all 3 of them. There's no real wrong answer. It's just going to be whichever scenario you get in Go Battle League, and because it's blind, there's no way you can make an 100% prediction of the meta anyways. Again, 10k dust, budget, community moves are freaking awesome. Hopefully this team will get you to rank 20 for Season 11. And for my final team, you probably recognize this. This is the okay, so Trev Walcore is freaking overpowered, okay? You can literally put those two together, something in the back, and it literally runs through so many combinations. I called the most powerful Trev team, though. If you watch my content, I predicted this team. Well, I simmed with it, too. Well, I practiced with it in PvPoke.com, too, so I literally broke it in. So I should probably put that on my resume, because, yes, I practiced with it, broke it in, and it is factually the most powerful team or Ultra Premier Classic. Even with the new Dragon thing coming out, like Komomo, it's still really good. And, again, with Aerial Ace and Drill Run, it's just a freaking beast and destroys the meta. It's freaking good. It's really freaking good. As you see here, it has amazing coverage and a lot of damage consistency. Again, UPC, you're not going to see a lot of bulk. Great safety. You lose the lead, you say switch in a Walrein, or you can sack Trevor the lead depending on what's in front of you. So a lot of play options, sack, lead, strats, etc. This team will put an insane amount of pressure. And if you used it for last season, it's really freaking good. Really low threat score. Nothing really stops you in this in regard other than Charizard or Obstagoon. So as you see in the lead, or just ice types in general, like I said, you have the option of sacking Trev in the lead, just breaking shields, and having Walrein and Excavalier try to sweep the back row with energy lead with whatever you farm down. That's the play. So still very powerful. If you've been playing Trev Walcore forever, this is for you. This team is still really legit, and Trev Walcore is amazing. Excavalier does really well for the fact that it has Aerial Ace will hit the Komomo for super effective damage, and with Drill Run, you have that coverage against electric types. Well, both Trev and Excavalier support Walrein really well. Low threat score, insanely powerful. Like, again, I called it before in the last one, and it's still really good to this day. Despite the fact that you see Obstagoon leads, you can still break shields. Again, you sack Trev lead, you farm down Walrein or Excavalier, you throw all the energy in the back, come out with win conditions, and that will be, and yeah, that's game. So, hopefully, if you've used this team before, it still serves you well in the upcoming on Monday, because UPC comes out pretty soon. But again, sack Trev lead, or you win the lead with Trev, you're vibing, and then you just destroy your opponent, and of course you come out with the dub. And dubs are always nice, right? But this is season 20. I'll be putting this in a shoutcast too, so then I will demonstrate just how well it's good, okay? It's good. And that's GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the new improvements. It took a little minute for me to set everything up because I have a new laptop. I have a new freaking Logitech I upgraded. So again, this is going to be a step for a while, actually a very long time, other than like cosmetics. I'm working on that emote for that. Please subscribe. So speaking of that, if you like and subscribe, it's totally free. You can easily do that. You see the little bottom right, there's that little sub tab right there, and that's where I'm gonna put Charmander with a little arrow that says please subscribe. So then all you have to put your mouse is over it, and you can easily subscribe over there. Again, love what I do, appreciate my community. Like, y'all are champions, so that's why I always say I really appreciate my subscribers, and I really appreciate my community because I love y'all to death. And if you have any suggestions, please put in the comments. But these are my top 3 teams, and not much has changed at all. That's why I didn't go too much into different teams, etc. You're either going to play this, or you're going to play the XL Laden Open Ultra League. Yeah, and Ultra and Ultra League really sucks with Registeel XL coming out. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, hopefully these teams do help you out, and I'll be doing a lot of battle shoutcasts with this. Really appreciate you guys. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets. Again, please like and subscribe. It's totally free for the algorithm. And again, good luck on your rank 20 grind. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets. And I will see you guys on the next video.